Septriani Eka Putri akan memberikan presentasi mengenai topik pandangan global terhadap consumption pattern akibat pandemi COVID-19. Waktu dan tempat saya persilahkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, good morning everyone. Today we are going to webinar 1, perlindungan konsumen di masa pandemi COVID-19. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Septriani Eka Putri from Faculty Economics and Business University of Bengkulu as the first other. And also Dr. Mohd Nazdrol from Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business University Malaysia Kelantan as co-author. So we have written a book chapter with the title Pandangan Global Terhadap Consumption Pattern Akibat Pandemi COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to present with two languages in Indonesia and English. Well, for the beginning, that I will start from perkembangan jumlah kasus COVID-19 in Indonesian country. Based on the data, ada 489 kasus baru COVID-19 dalam 24 jam terakhir, di mana penambahan kasus tersebut telah menyebabkan 17.514 kasus COVID di seluruh Indonesia yang telah diumumkan pertama kali pada kasus pertama pada tanggal 2 Maret 2020. Selanjutnya, ada beberapa tindakan yang dilakukan untuk mengatasi pandemi COVID-19, yaitu WHO telah mengeluarkan 6 strategi priority yang harus dilakukan oleh pemerintah dalam mengatasi COVID-19 outbreak. Selanjutnya ada government regulation yang telah dikeluarkan pada tanggal 31 Maret 2020 dengan memperlakukan PSBB, large scale social distancing in the order of acceleration and handling coronavirus disease 2019. Selanjutnya ada pemberian mandat kepada pemerintah daerah berupa gugus tugas percepatan penanganan COVID-19 di level provinsi, kabupaten maupun kota, seperti adalah proactive tracing, mass rapid test, dan close in track. So, the next we can see the slide, respon terhadap social distancing. Based on the data dari Analytic Data Advertising, terdapat sebuah perusahaan terbesar di Asia yang bergerak di bidang AI telah melakukan conducting data terhadap perubahan konsumen di beberapa negara termasuk di Indonesia. Adapun situasi pandemi ini telah memunculkan perilaku konsumen baru di setiap negara Asia Tenggara. For in Indonesian country, situasi pandemic and social distancing has created new consumer behavior, di mana ada dua tipe perilaku konsumen baru, yaitu the adaptive shopper yang terlihat penggunaan aplikasi belanja telah mengalami peningkatan hingga 300%, di mana pada tanggal 21 sampai 22 Maret lebih dari 400% itu telah mengalami puncaknya. Kemudian tipe kedua adalah working from home profesional. The record tercatat sepanjang bulan Maret 2020 terjadi peningkatan aplikasi produktivitas seperti screen recorder dan antivirus. Okay, we are talking about the consumption pattern and consumer behavior. Sebanyak 56% konsumen itu lebih suka dia mengeluarkan dengan sedikit, dia hanya membelanja apa yang mereka butuhkan saja. COVID-19 ini telah menyebabkan perpindahan perilaku konsumen dan mengakibatkan memunculkan kebiasaan baru dalam jangka waktu yang relatif akan lama. Based on the Nielsen Company Indonesia telah melakukan riset bahwa konsumen itu cenderung lebih sering memasak di rumah sebanyak 49%, yang ini bisa menyebabkan peningkatan penjualan seperti telur sebesar 26%, daging sebesar 19%, dan buah-buahan dan sayur-sayuran sebesar 8%. Oke, for the next slide akan dipaparkan oleh rekan saya yang bernama Dr. Wan Muhammad Nazdrol from UNK. Thank you so much for your attention. See you. Bye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude upon the invitation to participate in this webinar Perlindungan Konsumer di Masa Pandemik COVID-19. Thank you to Ibu Septriani Eka Putri on the collaboration and cooperation. Honestly, I feel humble in the presence of other presenters, namely Dr. Arif, Engineer Lolotan, Dr. Mukhlis, and Dr. Arisanto. Well, before I start my presentation, please allow me to conduct it in English. Actually, I know a little bit on Bahasa Indonesia since it's not much different from Bahasa Malaysia. But due to professionalism, I choose to use English to prevent the misunderstanding and misinterpretations. Ladies and gentlemen, my part on this webinar is to acknowledge the current situation of COVID-19 in Malaysia and how have Malaysian buying behavior has changed during COVID-19. Also, I would love to identify the evaluation of key consumer behavior as the coronavirus outbreak evolves. Well, firstly, the history of COVID-19 as the virus reached Malaysia. The first case in Malaysia was started on 25th January, and the Ministry of Health actually took a quite fast action by preventing unnecessary traveling to China. On 31st of January 2020, WHO has declared that coronavirus as a global health emergency. At that time, the cumulative cases in Malaysia was increased to 8 cases. A special committee on humanitarian aid brings all Malaysians from Hubei province, China. COVID-19 has increases to 14 cases and Malaysia has recorded its first infection on local woman as well, a few days later. Then the interim Prime Minister, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad has announced the economic stimulus package 2020 to address the affected economy due to COVID-19. For your information, Malaysia at that time is in the middle of shifting the government. But as a Malaysians, I feel proud to mention that we are able to embrace the process in such a calm manner. Maybe it's just our nature, the Malaysian who love peace and really value the integration and respect among each other. Then on 16 March 2020, through the official press conference, the newly appointed Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin has announced the Movement Control Order or MCO from March 18 to March 31st. At this moment, then the Malaysian really aware of the severe of COVID-19. From here also, we have already identified the changes in consumer behavior such as panic buying and other sorts of behavior. At this moment as well, we have experienced, until today, up to this moment, we have experienced up to 4 phases of MCO, and now we call it PKPB, Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan Bersyarat. It means the situation now in Malaysia has tremendously improved and people can conduct their daily activity but with certain conditions, procedures and protocol in preventing the COVID-19 to spread again. So, due to this condition, we can see the changes of Malaysian buying behavior during COVID-19. From a survey as shown in the slides by Janio, 69% of Malaysians are buying only essential products such as groceries, snacks, personal hygiene items and preventive care items. Also, around 27% are still buying other product categories as driven by ongoing promotion and sales. As reported by Genio, also, more Malaysians are going online. However, customers can be assured by setting the right expectations and providing fast and frequent updates. Interestingly, I would love to share the report by Commerce Asia, it is not in the slides actually, whom reported that the product that Malaysian buying online during COVID-19 is actually ladies' underwear. Well, I'm not sure why, but that's the fact. Ladies' underwear was increased up to 909%, gloves for 888%, frying pans for about 880%, gelatin powder, during this time, people love to bake, and this is the time to explore their culinary skills actually. So gelatin powder increased up to 347%, and even libido enhancer up to 104%. Well, you know what that means actually. These findings are all very interesting for me. Thus, let us try to relate with the key consumer behavior threshold based on the above findings. The first one is proactive health-minded buying. That is very, very important. Second, reactive health management. Well, almost of the product actually related to health thing. Second is pantry preparation. As I mentioned just now, the material to bake or to cook, or even the gelatin just now is increased. And then the quarantine living preparations, okay, to live in quarantine, so you need to have certain needs, so it will fulfill the needs. Fifth, restricted living. All right, when you need to be quarantined, it's part of quarantine living preparation as well, but it's on the other sectors actually. And the last one is living new normal. All right, so I would guess the increase of buying of libido enhanced may be due to restricted living. So people are staying together, and they need to spice up their life. All right. Well, in conclusion, I would suggest that due to MCO or government, or movement control order and social distancing, the consumer consumption pattern has been changed ever since. Although I predicted that the changes is only temporary, but it does has an impact to the economy and the producers, as well as the companies need to aware of these needs and trends to make sure the survival of their business. All right, so return back to Eka. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll meet again during the Q&A session. Thank you so much.
Baik, terima kasih presentasinya dari Ibu Septriani dan Wan Muhammad Nazdrol. Ada pertanyaan dari Mbak Yolanda Mayangsari. Mbak Yolanda, silakan dikirimkan alamat untuk pengiriman bukunya kepada host ya. Mbak Yolanda bertanya, Ibu Septriani, apa dampak COVID-19 pada sentimen consumer di Indonesia? Silahkan.
Ya, terima kasih Yolanda ya. Oke, yang ditanya tentang bagaimana dampak Indonesian consumer sentiment, right? Okay, I think in Indonesia has changed dramatically. So, berbicara tentang consumer sentiment ini sebenarnya telah ada sejak pada waktu itu secara dramatis, dan ini menyebabkan bisa kita lihat dari perubahan perilaku pada masa COVID-19, yaitu seperti there are many people going to out eat, attending a tent or sport event, and they're taking public transportation and going to the office. But one thing Indonesia have not given that, and a factor that may be critically for the country future economic recovery. So I think the related to consumer sentiment, right? This is Indonesia has to optimize because I think the result from MC cases, I think that I don't know exactly, but the April survey hampir 700 responden di Indonesia itu, kalau itu 49% itu sudah mengatakan bahwa kita percaya bahwa the Indonesia economy will rebound within 2-3 bulan ke depan yang akan lebih tumbuh, dan mungkin saja lebih cepat sebelum COVID-19. So mungkin rekan saya dari Wan Muhammad Nazdrol bisa menambahkan nanti. Silakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Silakan Wan Muhammad Nazdrol. Waalaikumsalam.
All right. Okay. I think the sentiment of the consumer in Indonesia is not much different with the sentiment of the consumer in Malaysia, because of we have been forced to stay at home and we don't have much things to do. So after this, it will continue to grow again, because people will go out and start to spice up the economy. It's very important for them actually to make sure that things are going as normal again. In Malaysia, Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin mentioned that for every day we lost around 4 billion, daily losses because of the economy doesn't work. And I think in Indonesia might be more because of there are a lot of citizens there actually, lagi ramai rakyat di Indonesia. But then, our platform today, we are talking about, the micro businesses yang mungkin kita tidak tahu keberadaan mereka. Then, it's very important not to neglect them as well. Untuk peniaga-peniaga kecil, wirausaha yang secara kecil-kecilan, kerana mereka juga merupakan satu penggerak utama terhadap ekonomi. Sama ada di Malaysia ataupun di Indonesia. I think at this time of moment, we need to be very calm, but at the same time need to think very creatively on how we can continue to survive in terms of COVID era. Mungkin ada perusahaan yang tak perlu berkomunikasi secara face to face, but still it can make a living out of it. Mungkin mendapatkan keuntungan daripada usaha tersebut. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Ibu Septriani dan Bapak Wan Muhammad Nazdrol.